What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at an artist that I've never heard of called HyunA. And cool name. I like that name. My friend is called HyunA and that's what I know. But before I get into the song itself, guys, again, thank you very much for all your support. We're slowly reaching 1,000 subscribers. That means we can make this channel more interactive between you and I, which is super cool. And that is something that I want to do. I want to make this a channel where I can interact with my followers, with my subscribers, and not let just me make my videos. And also, if you have any songs you want to recommend to me in any of my videos, then please put them in the comments below. I love to see what music recommendations you have for me. Good videos, bad videos, it doesn't really matter. Let's just see all your recommendations in the comments below. But let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into HyunA with I'm Not Cool. Wow, we're only a few seconds in and I just want to say I love purple, I love pink. I think these are one of my favorite colors in any palette, and the yellow in the background complements everything. Again, we're starting at 0 seconds, but it's very promising already. Let's press play. Like I say, it's interesting with the clothes that she's wearing as well. They really complement the colors everywhere. They're not distracting, but the color palettes are everywhere. You can see the pink here, you can see the pink there, the yellow, and it's just beautiful to look at. Really nice, simple colors. But I'm really curious what they're going to do with this music video. What? Are they focusing on her body? Are they? This is such a mind, like literally. It's so weird when you know that someone is bouncing up and down, but based on that, they stabilize the footage on her body, meaning they track her body and make sure that she's very stable in the footage. Super interesting, but it just plays with my mind a little bit, and I think it's interesting. I've never seen it in a K-pop video before, in fact in any video, so I'm happy that they included it. It's a new technique, I'm aware of it, but it's nice to see actually in such a big production. Oh, they do it all the time. I don't know, it's just so weird to look at when she's very stable and everything around her moves up and down. Interesting. Can I also say something again about her costume? I don't know what this leg piece is, but it is so interesting to look at. It just breaks the barrier somehow and makes it a little bit more dynamic when you look at the entire yellow shot, a little bit more black, and the black also continues down her leg. Really cool. Oh, this yellow. I like it though. Very nice transition there actually. Let's go back there. I want to check that out again. Like, that is super cool. Like, the background becomes like the video. Very clever playing with dimensions again, because this is dimension 1. She's in a room with an LED panel. You can see these are LEDs. Super simple to set up, but then she becomes the video. A second dimension gets introduced. Super, super cool. Not hard to do. It's just a transition with a bit of an effect. Nothing too complicated, but just to get the idea going is something that is hard to do. And they pulled it off here. A bit of a shame actually, and I say this basically in all my videos, but when you look at these choreographies, I think this shot itself is very beautiful to look at. You have everyone in frame, everyone is visible, so you can see the entire choreography. I'm a kind of person, I like to see choreographies in these dance videos because I think K-pop is very famous because of the choreography. But then all of a sudden, they zoom into her body, and don't get me wrong, the shot itself is cool, but I can also see they're doing something with their leg here, and I want to know what is that move, but I can't see it because they're not filming it, and I'm curious if we're going to see that in a future shot. Wait, what? We need to investigate this. Let's see how... Oh wow, look how clean this transition is. Oh wow, that is amazing to look at. Like, her hands are not perfect, but this is super clean. And I also like how though they changed the background from a purple to a very bright yellow, which is super cool. It's cool that they don't only change that, but they keep the costumes of the background dancers still the same. And then you're like, wait, is that the only thing that changed the background? But no, her costume changes as well. Super, super, super cool. It's like, I need to double check it, but look how clean that is. Awesome. So we see this transition here, and where is it? It goes from here to, let's say it goes to the left. She's wearing the same clothes. I think it doesn't really add any type of benefit. It's like, hey guys, let's transition one shot to the next shot. Cool, but I wouldn't have made it an entire swipe from left to right or right to left. I would have just kept it very simple, because here I would have thought maybe it would have been cool if she was wearing something else, a completely different scene. That's normally where I would use one of those transitions, but we're in the same room, she's still wearing the same clothes. It's a little too much for this particular scene. Cool transition, but not really needed. Again, I'm just a big fan of mirrors in any type of video. Look at the dimensions that you get through it. It makes the room look so much bigger, and it adds so much, I don't know, so much love, so much extra to the shot. Because you don't only see more of the room, you see more of her. It just adds so much more to the entire shot, and I think it's just good to look at. Also, I think it's nice to see this fisheye shot again. It's something that we saw a lot in the 80s, 90s, you know, with rappers. And this is kind of a rap, I guess. I'm not really sure. Like, again, I'm not really sure what type of music this is and what direction she wants to go. But it's nice to see this element again. Fisheyes. Can someone just tell me, why does she come over so creepy? I don't know what it is, but it's so cool. She's so unique from everything that I saw so far. This creepy look and feel. You see, for example, here again we see that leg movement. It's a cool leg movement, but why don't we just see it on her? It would have been cooler if this shot was a little bit wider, just to complement this shot. Something that I would have improved there. Super cool though to see that this particular girl, she really looks really happy as a background dancer, because the song itself is very sexy. It's a very... You can dance really good to it, and the dance itself is very sexy itself, and they're dressed as well super sexy. But you can see that these people, everyone here is just enjoying this particular dance choreography. It's just a very, very good moment. Wait, is she licking her finger here? Why not? Not really sure what they're going with here. Like, it looks good, but I don't understand how it adds to this particular video. I'm just trying to understand it. Maybe I don't have to understand it, but for me it's just a little bit... What are they trying to display here? What is their goal? Is it just some extra footage that they want to put into the video? That's totally possible. It looks great, don't get me wrong. But I do want to say, it is nice to look at. Just a little bit out of place. One more thing that I notice here, I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but the light here I think is a little bit too bright on her. Because if you look at the next scene, you can see it's a little bit more toned down, because that was a strobe light. You can see super bright. I don't even know how she's able to look at it. I would have maybe burnt my eyes out by now. But here you can just see it's a little bit more natural and it complements the scene a little bit. But here it's just a little tad too strong. Again, we can see all these leg movements, and I think they're super cool. So I wish from all the shots we saw in the previous where they moved their legs, that it's all just a little bit more focused on full body rather than just waist up. Also, maybe pull up your, what is it? Your boot a little bit up. If it was me and I filmed this, I would say, okay, maybe pull it up again. It's a little bit hard to do, but I would keep trying this until it looks a bit centered. Also, before we continue, can I just say, again, I love the color palettes that they keep repeating in the entire video. I think K-pop is one of the best genres of music where they really are careful with what colors is going to be in what video. The colors keep on repeating. The yellow, the purple, a bit of a blue. As you can see, they're the same colors in the background. It's really hard for people to keep this all focused, and there's so much things you have to pay attention to. But here, they did a fantastic job on that. Yeah, perfect. Here we see actually an entire different choreography from the other two main drops, I will say. But you see all the choreography, fantastic. I kind of just wish they did it on the rest, because now I have to look up a dance video from someone else to see how this choreography looks like if you saw the full body. A bit of a shame, but that's the choice they went to. Very interesting though as well that when you look at the camera angles, for me they're a little bit, you know, it jumps around a little bit too much, but that's fine. I understand it. They're trying to work it with the music. But that's what I want to say here, that the song itself really tries to complement the camera work. Or let me turn those words around. The camera work is trying to complement the song, but a little bit too fast. I would have maybe slowed down a little bit and stay away from some of the effects, but that's okay. You know, it's an upbeat song. The camera might as well be upbeat. They're trying something. Does it work? Yeah, but not all the time. It's just a little bit of too much zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, left, right, which is fine. But I would have maybe just stayed a little bit more focused, because I just feel like they did a lot of this in post rather than on the moment when you're filming the entire scene. And I think it would have been nicer if it was more natural looking rather than in, out, done in post. And I just hit my microphone. That's okay. No end shot? So this is no, 1 sec. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 frames in a second. That is like what, 1/5 of a second is the end shot? I think this would have been a much cooler end shot than this. I think something happened in this shot. Can you just imagine that someone fell over or something and they were like, okay guys, cut. Just saying. It could have happened, I'm not sure, but it's a bit of an absurd ending, if I may say so, because this looks cool as well, so why didn't I just extend it? I like end shots when you can see the group, the soloist, whoever it is. So guys, that was HyunA with I'm Not Cool, and holy crap, this song is party. Like, it is literally a party, and HyunA, you are really owning this entire video. You are showing your boss, and I like that. Soloists have a really tough time because they're alone on stage. They of course have the background dancers, but they are the main grasp of the video. But parties are great, but trying to create a video related to a party is a little bit more of a difficult task. And I just felt like this video was a little bit unfocused at times, because some of the effects were super cool. For example, when they stabilize her and the rest of the video bounces up and down while she's very steady, I was like, oh my god, really? Am I seeing this correctly? It's so awesome to see. Like I said, I've seen this effect practically in a lot of projects, but I've never seen it in a music video. So that's super cool. There were just some moments where I'm like, why are these effects there? For example, that very big transition from HyunA in one room to exactly the same room. Why does it have to be so complicated? Just do a very simple cut, because all you did was change the way she's looking at the camera. The angle, that's it. Nothing too complicated. You don't have to add big effects for that. And also, for example, with the end shot. Why was it so short? What happened? Why was it only like 7 frames. We counted them, 7 frames. I don't get that. And it seems as if they filmed this, and I bet what happened at the end shot, like I said, either something happened and they cut it away and they didn't want to reshoot it, or they just didn't plan for it, for them to stay like 1-2 seconds in the same position. But that's fine. Those things can happen, but it just doesn't seem focused enough. Like I say, it's always nice to see an end shot with some of the members or the soloists standing there and being proud and owning that last particular shot. And it's a shame they didn't do it here, because look, it has 13 million views in less than a week. That's a lot of views. And I thought the last shot really would have complemented those views a little bit more. I would have enjoyed seeing the end shot just rolling out. If I have to give this video a particular score, well, in all honesty, if the effects were not as complicated as they have to be, and if there was a little bit more focus in the video, I would have given this video a 8 out of 10. I still think some of the camera angles were a little bit too hectic. There was a little bit too much zooming in and out, and we lost a bit of scope with the choreography, because now I have to go back, look at some dancing videos to see how does the choreography actually look like. A bit of a shame. But because of this bad effects and of course some of the lack of focus, I'm going to give this video a 7 out of 10. It's still a good score. The video is still amazing to look at. The color palettes are amazing. HyunA is really owning it. The choreography is beautiful, especially with those background dancers being part of it. And all the elements are just fantastic. But it just seems as if they threw all their ideas in a hat and they didn't really took the time to say, okay guys, what is a good effect? What is a good shot? What are the things we need to really focus on? Rather than just saying, we're going to go for it all. We got the bucket. We're going to go through the list and sign it all off. It's just a little bit too much for 2 minutes and 57 seconds. If the video was longer, maybe, but that's not the case. So yeah guys, do you agree with my statements on HyunA and I'm not cool? Did I miss something that you saw but I didn't see? Leave it in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what you have to say. And guys, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to support the channel. And of course, like I say, let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark so that we can make this channel more interactive, not only for me, but for you guys. And it's super fun. So thank you very much for the support and catch you on the next video. Thank you very much and see you then.